Now, I think both of you guys had mentioned about the Illuminati and how hip hop sort of falls into the Illuminati trap and so forth. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think a brother use anything in order to make it. He'll get out there and act like he's sucking a dick, or put on a fucking dress and have a boo bear back at the house. It's all about profiteering at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? As far as how deep I think somebody is. Now the influence on the people could be damaging depending on where they go with it. But to me, a motherfucker throw up a pentagram to sell 3 records. You know what I mean? Or to do something that's, ooh, I'm different, and so on and so forth. So that's how I feel about the situation. I don't feel like their hearts are invested into it. They ain't going to no goddamn meetings and shit and all that other nonsense. Your ass going home watching reality TV and counting your stacks of dough, bruh, and so on. Once you finish, presenting that or whatever it is that you need to seem alluring about. So I just think it's a crock of bullshit. To me, as far as hip hop and artists go, it might be people that slip into the cracks and so on and so forth. And of course, it probably exists. I wouldn't know. But that's what I think about that. I just think motherfuckers do that shit in order to sell records and shit. Motherfuckers sell their goddamn soul. You know what I'm saying? Because who the fuck's gonna buy it? But they'll say it in order to, it ain't worth shit. If you gonna sell it, I don't want it, bitch. If it ain't worth shit to you and it's yours, the fuck I want it for. So, that's just what I think. I don't know.
I mean, when you look at hip hop today, do you feel that a certain level of feminization of hip hop has occurred and that's what's pushed more heavily than the more masculine alpha male type hip hop? Which is what you guys did, I feel.
People act like they hate the LGBT community. You know what I mean? So it's always been like, damn, I hope somebody represents, that side on their angle and on their end. Because back in the days, only San Francisco was notorious in the States of being the place you could go and flower power and all that other stuff in order to be free. So now I think it's them letting off a breath of fresh air and a whole lot of goddamn profiteering. And that's what I think we're in the process of. Eventually, they're going to catch on and so on and so forth. But it has to go through its process. It has to get stomped like that alpha male thing did and so on and so forth. And it'll elevate to the next level.
Right. Well, because in our early days, it was just San Francisco, but you fast forward to 2017. If you talk about the black community, it's really Atlanta now in terms of like the gay community. And when you look at like a lot of the music, the big music that's coming out, it is coming out of Atlanta. So you're starting to see the intermixing of everything.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and that's what I think. I think it's just a process, That's what I think personally, because like when you see people doing it and you see the commitment towards it, and you see if they're really trying to champion the cause, or are they just trying to have fun? You know what I mean? And make money off of it. But yeah, definitely. And it's other places in the East Coast, that accept it. And now all over the world, it's all kind of working out to where if you say anything about a gay person, like they look at you like you ain't shit. You know what I mean? Anywhere. It could be in TV. It could be anywhere and so on and so forth because you're just blatantly attacking someone for something that you not into. So that's what I think about the situation,
I mean, do you feel that what's happening with the gay community is the same thing that happened with the black community in terms of civil rights?
After Obama okayed the whole thing and passed the law that they was able to get married and stuff, I just think it's making, everything is making their rounds and where the world is going to and so on and so forth. It's all coming to some sort of a conclusion organically though, because nobody has their hands puppet mastering anything. Great opinions are great opinions, but nobody's in charge of it. There isn't some gay lord that's like doing shit and playing chess and shit. It just doesn't exist.
Has there ever been a time where you guys artistically were asked to do something that just artistically you guys didn't want to do?
I remember when Krayzie wanted me to be on this song, and I kicked myself in the butt like Eddie Murphy said I should have did Roger Rabbit. It was a badass song, and it was techno, and I wasn't ready for that. I forgot what song it was, but everyone loves the song. I think he might have made me put a verse on there, and I didn't put my heart into it. And every time that we do the song, I'm always like, I don't want my verse in there, Cray, you know what I mean? And he be like, all right, B, I'll do my verse, but everyone loves the song. So that was the only time for me, because Cray, he's like Picasso in that studio. He no joke, you know what I mean? He know how to put a song together, and he know how to get brothers together and make hits. So that was the only time for me.
Okay. Is there any plans for another Bone Thugs and Harmony album?
Man, it could be. We definitely have an end game. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, right now we campaigning for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get our biopic together. You know what I'm saying? Campaigning for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all that. So an album would definitely seem likely to come with when all that comes.
Okay, so is the biopic actually going to happen? Because there was news that you were working with Ice Cube or something like that.
I mean, we've been talking to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's still it's still in the early stages. You know what I'm saying? Like we just not getting everything together. So it's going to take us a minute to get it together because we want it to be done right. So once we start getting everything in order and who we're going to actually go with, we're going to start releasing all that information.
All right. Are there certain actors that either one of you want to be portrayed by?
My son gonna play me.
Okay.
Yeah. I think what I'm saying. I got 4 sons, so out of the 4 of them, they could probably one of them can pull it off definitely.
Right. I know Lil Easy was disappointed that he didn't get to play his dad in the NWA.
And he looked just like him too. He looked just like him.
Yeah, for real.
For real.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely does. I guess the reason was that the acting level wasn't up to the par that they were looking for.
Yeah.
It happens, man. I would love to see a Bone Thugs movie, man. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah, definitely.